Good morning, everyone, or, well, it may not be morning where you're at, but it's morning for me here, and I've got a thought about estate sales today. So I am bringing you your weekly addictive My Auction Addiction newsletter via YouTube. And today, what we're going to talk about is something that affects estate sales. If you're getting ready to handle a family's affairs, you maybe you're the executor of an estate, I want to talk to you about something very important, and that is utilities. Utilities. We run into periodically folks that say, you know what, I'm just going to turn all the utilities off. Nobody's living there. What's the harm? We'll save a little money while we're getting ready to do an estate sale and while it's going on. Well, let me talk to you about a few problems. A few relate to us. A few relate to the process of selling the home. So it's kind of two different categories. So for us and any other subcontractor, you may have somebody come in and clean the home, maybe somebody that's coming in to do maintenance on the home. Whatever that case is, not having utilities on means no restroom, no potty. So if we got to go, we have to drive somewhere, take time from the job to go actually use the restroom. That is very inconvenient. Sometimes too, people will use the toilet not realizing the water's off. Another example of a problem would be we need to get rid of some trash. Let's face it, I don't care how neat your family member was, it's likely there's going to be some trash. Well, if we got the trash cans, we may be able to fill them up, take them out to the curb on trash day, and actually get rid of a lot of the trash at no charge to you, at very little effort. If we got no trash cans, now the only solution is to haul the trash away. There could be a lot of other unexpected consequences of having the utilities off. Another issue is having heating and air conditioning on. We're there working. We've had jobs where we've had to stop at noon during the summer and leave and go home and delay the job just because it was too hot to work. Or in the winter, we froze so much that we weren't able to do as good a job. And again, this is going to apply to anyone else following us coming in to work on the home. It's just not good. Then from there, we move into the stage of listing the home. You do not want to bring people into a home where they can't turn on a light switch. Everything's dark and dingy. They can't simply use the toilet. These things are not going to help you sell the home. It just sends the wrong message. As a matter of fact, you really want to do is keep the heat or the air conditioning on while you're showing the home. Now, that doesn't mean we don't turn it down. We turn the heat up to 70 degrees if we're going to be working in there, or we're going to be maybe showing the home, and then we turn it back down when we're done to save money. Yes, absolutely fine. But we don't want to walk into a home that's 10 degrees. We don't want to walk into a home that's 100 degrees. And when your realtor will advise you this too, because it's just, if it's not comfortable, those potential buyers of the home are going to walk right back out the door. Finally, we have a third problem, and that problem evolves around home inspection. So once you've decided to sell the home, you've got an offer, you got a contract on the table, typically there's a home inspection to look for problems that the folks buying the home can object to. Well, guess what? If the utilities are off, the home inspector cannot test everything. They can't test wall outlets. They can't test functionality of lights, ceiling fans, water spigots, anything like that. And in some cases I've heard, hey, Mr. Inspector, just turn on the power, flip the breakers, or whatever you need to do. Well, if the utilities are completely off, they're not going to be able to do that. However, let's just assume, for instance, the power's on, but you've turned all the breakers off. They are not allowed under their insurance and under their policies to actually turn the power on. Because guess what happens if they turn the power on and something goes spark or boom, or they turn on the water at the streets? I've heard stories of, hey, just turn the water on the street. We turn the water valve off at the street. Well, guess what happens if they turn on? There's a big flood because the utilities weren't on, and maybe a pipe froze from having just having some water sitting in the line, but no actual water flowing through there or whatever. Anyways, regardless, they're all liable and they're on the hook. They are not allowed. All utilities must be on when the home inspection occurs. All right, guys, that's all I have for today. Again, very important. In almost every case, it is far superior to leave the utilities on throughout the process of an estate sale, improvements to the home, and finally selling the home and closing on the home. So if you're an executor out there, I hope that was helpful. I also hope you'll consider us for your estate sale or your local My Auction Addiction franchise location to handle your loved one's estate sale. Have a wonderful day.